$1,700 sounds like a lot for a gaming laptop, but this gaming laptop could actually replace your whole entire gaming setup.
We have a Lenovo Legion 5 gaming laptop here with an RTX 5070 and an Intel Core i9-14900HX. That's a lot of power for a gaming laptop, and we're gonna unbox it, do some gaming on it, show you what it's all about. We gotta give a big shout out to Micro Center and Intel for sponsoring this video. Let's talk more about the awesome sales you can save on Intel products during Intel Gamer Days.
September is clearance and overstock month at Micro Center, and you can save big on a wide range of products, and if you guys know me well, I love me a deal. Firstly, the NZXT H5 Flow Black 2024 edition is on sale for $69.99, a great price for a solid all-around ATX case. You can also up your home security with this security camera for only $5.99. Yes, you heard me right, $5.99 for a security camera. Or maybe your monitor needs an upgrade. This Asus 34-inch ultra-wide 3440 by 1440 at 180 Hz is on sale for $299. And on top of all these awesome sales, Intel is going absolutely crazy for Intel Gamer Days by giving away 3 different gaming laptops in partnership with Micro Center. And yes, you watching the video can enter by checking the link down below. Now let's not waste any more time. I'm excited to open up this laptop and see what it's all about. Let's get back to it, shall we?
So thanks again to Micro Center and Intel for sponsoring today's video. Let's not waste any more time. Open this up and see what this laptop is all about, because I'm very excited to see what it can do.
So the laptop we have here is the Lenovo Legion 5. More specifically, this is the 15IRX10 model. And yeah, like Matt said, we got a 5070 and an i9 inside of this.
And also an OLED display, which is super sick to see on a laptop. It really just takes the gameplay footage or anything you're really doing and make those colors pop even more.
I gotta say, 245 watt power brick, that's not huge. It's actually a pretty good size. I mean, I was expecting like the Alienware size where they're like this big.
It's a standard Lenovo connector, right?
Yeah, standard rectangle port Lenovo connector, which I love to see, honestly, because I cannot stand the barrel jacks that you're like, is this the right one? Is this the right one?
Now with this Intel Core i9-14900HX, you're getting 24 cores and 32 threads inside a 15-inch laptop. This is a very compact laptop with a lot of horsepower here, and with that RTX 5070 alongside it, you can do content creation, you can do gaming, you can do so much with a very portable, pretty much desktop replacement laptop.
Yep, and as usual, the Legions, they look nice. I mean, it's just a good looking design. They almost always have ports in the back, which you guys know I love to see, and look at how thin this OLED display is. It's a very thin bezel. And 15.1 inch, so I believe this should be a, like a 2560 by 16 by 10.
So it's a 16 by 10, 2560 by 1600 display at 165 Hertz.
Very nice, yeah, OLED and high refresh rate. And it's a good size. We love 16 by 10 because it basically gets you like a little bit of extra height so you can fit more in the screen. And honestly, the resolution bump up's pretty crazy. I mean, we're going from 1920 to 2560. So we're definitely gonna have some really good pixel density and OLEDs here. The colors are gonna be amazing. The darks and the lights are just gonna look so good, they're gonna pop.
I've always loved these about Lenovo laptops. A lot of the manufacturers make it really hard to figure out power profiles, but they're just like function queue, quiet, balance, high performance. Just keep it simple. If you want a game, gamers should switch it to high performance. If they want good battery life, they can go to quiet, or if they want somewhere in the middle, it's super easy.
I love they're at the point too where like a gaming laptop almost always has an ARGB keyboard now. Like full, not ARGB, but just RGB. Like you can change the color to anything you want. They're fluid, they look great. I don't know why that took like 20 years when keyboards have had it forever that are like 20 bucks. But I mean, yeah, this looks so good. It's glossy OLED, so of course you get really good colors and you can see everything. And let's see, are we on max brightness right now? Oh yeah, it gets brighter. That thing's
OLED's
bright.
getting bright, baby. And that's not even plugged in. You might actually have more range when you plug it in too. So I guess we'll go over the ports, everything we got on this laptop.
Let's go over the ports, see what we got. So right side of the laptop, we have a headphone jack. It's a combo headphone jack. We have a USB 3.1. We have a camera on-off switch. So interesting on the side, but there it is. Now on the back of the laptop, it does have ports in the back, but not a lot. But it has the one that's most important to me. So we have HDMI out, and then what's most important is the fact that it does have the power on the back. So the rectangle port's on the back. I think it's just nice because it's kind of universal and it's out of the way. So it's kind of hidden. And then on the left side of the laptop, we have a full-size Ethernet port. It's nice to see. And then we have 2 USB-Cs. One is power delivery 3.2, and the other one's just a standard 3.2. And then we have another USB 3.1 that is also power delivery.
Looking pretty sick. Yeah, no, this screen's looking really good so far. We'll go through and verify all the specs, make sure we got everything we paid for. We didn't pay for it, Micro Center paid for it. Hi, Micro Center, thank you for sending us this laptop.
We gotta make sure they got what they
We gotta make sure that they gave us what they got from, you know, let's just look at the specs.
All right, we're looking good because we got an i9-14900HX, which is 24 core, 32 thread. That's just
a lot of performance.
Crazy for a laptop. We have 32 gigs of DDR5, and look, they didn't cheap out. We got dual channel, 5600 megahertz, so that's gonna be SODIMM RAM. You could upgrade it, but I wouldn't. We got Samsung MZAL8, which is a 1 terabyte Gen 4 SSD. We have a laptop 5070, which is going to have, we got 8 gigs of dedicated VRAM. And then of course we got our integrated Intel graphics, which are gonna be on the i9, so that when we're not using the graphics card, we're saving power.
So yeah, guys, with that Intel Core i9 14900HX, great for gaming, multitasking, whatever you want, true desktop replacement level performance with this compact design. We had to do some gaming though, show you guys what it's all about and show you the true power of this laptop. I got way too ahead of myself. We gotta do a webcam test. That is incredibly important, no matter the video.
I'm gonna turn it around so we get the best lighting possible.
Here we go. All right, let's pull up camera. Hello, so this is a mic test on the Lenovo Legion 5. Right here. We do have studio lighting on us, but I think it looks pretty dang crispy.
It's pretty good.
Not too bad.
It's 1080p, right? Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I know what we gotta do. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Hopefully that did a good job. All right, now let's play some games.
All right, guys, we're playing Doom: The Dark Ages for the first time. I swear my mic wasn't off the first time, but we're currently running the native resolution of 16 by 10, 2560 by 1600, 165 hertz refresh rate on the OLED screen. That's gonna look crispy. And we're currently running DLSS balanced on the high preset. A little bit of forced ray tracing, but we're not running like the extra path tracing and stuff, which this would be capable of. Do I make this? Oh my gosh, I made it, chat. But I mean, the game looks great. This is such a good looking game, especially like on an OLED display. And that's really gonna be said about every game. There's really not a game that I can think of that looks worse on an OLED. I guess unless it's like a really dark game maybe. But even then, this monitor can go really bright. But yeah, we're getting about like 70 to 80 FPS pretty consistently. Oh my goodness, I'm hurt. Give me your health. I have 8 HP. I need to hit this parry. That'll give us some health. Yeah, we are gonna try out running a little bit of frame gen. Now I will say, for some reason, it's really just this game that it's happened to. For some reason, DLSS frame gen just isn't working, like it's not giving us more performance, so just for fun, let's go FSR. So FSR balance, frame gen on. We are now getting a good amount more FPS. We're getting 130 to 140. So pretty significant increase in FPS, that's pretty sick. And frame gen on a single player game, it's like, you know, who cares? You're not really losing competitive fights or anything, so why not run some frame gen and just get even higher FPS, especially on a screen like this where you can actually utilize it. But all right, so now that we have tested out Doom, let's go ahead and go to another dark and mysterious game called Killing Floor 3. Oh wait, first we gotta stomp these guys' heads. Boink! Next game. All right, we're playing some Killing Floor 3, a pretty new game that just came out, Unreal Engine 5. And we're currently running at medium preset. We do have Lumen ray tracing and global illumination on Lumen as well. Running NVIDIA DLSS set to quality. So we're going for, you know, some native res with just a little hint of upscaling here. And you can see we're using our hardware. We're using almost all of the GPU. Getting about 71 FPS. This is a game, by the way, that it will kind of load things in, so you're gonna get some chunks here and there. Yeah, come on, come and get me. Yeah, we're using like 18 gigs of RAM too, so it's a good thing this laptop does have dual channel 32. I think this thing can shoot fast. Yeah, it's looking pretty good though. So you obviously can get a little more FPS if we go to like some lower settings, but Killing Floor has always been like a pretty aesthetic game to me, and especially on Unreal Engine 5. So I would honestly rather get like the 60 to 70 and have it looking really good like this personally, because it's not a competitive game anyways. I want it to be scary. But all right, it's Killing Floor is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and go into the next game.
Oh my God, Benchmarkus. Oh, you look so good on an OLED. Oh my God. But hey guys, we're currently running Oblivion Remastered. Following settings, the full screen 2560 by 1600, unlimited frame rate, medium settings. We're at the built-in ray tracing. We're not just going super crazy with the ray tracing here, but we are on DLSS balance. And just for the fun of it, I had frame gen on, just so you guys can see the starting FPS. We'll turn frame gen off right now and run balance to see what we're getting. But hey, this is looking pretty playable. Get about 60 to 70 FPS. This is normally the part where it gets a little rough to run, and we're maintaining 60, which I will say, give a lot of credit to that 14900HX. Not only can we game on this thing if we want to get into content creation or live stream at the same time, just being able to do the multitasking really quickly would be really nice to have all those cores and threads that that CPU can offer in such a small form factor. Again, for those who are just anti-frame gen, just want some DLSS, which I would say on a laptop, DLSS is a really nice feature to have. You could definitely run this at 60 FPS and get a smooth experience. I think the biggest selling point, specs aside, again, is this OLED display. it makes these games, even if you're running them at like 60, 70, 80 FPS, look just so much better than they would on a normal laptop with just a standard like IPS display. But as I mentioned, I will turn on frame gen, don't you worry, once I beat up these little Jonas. These little Jonas are just coming in hot.
Little Johns.
Look at that Oblivion gauge just looking so fire. If you guys have not experienced any sort of OLED display before, maybe go to a Micro Center. They have a bunch of OLED stuff that you could definitely try out and just see it in person, because it's hard to even see on camera how nice this looks compared to other displays. But we'll turn on frame gen, because for a single player title, I think frame gen is a good idea, and we'll go ahead and hit apply. We were getting about 70, 80 FPS, good base frame rate here. 100 FPS on frame gen, super smooth. Like the responsiveness of the OLED and everything just feels so smooth. And again, there is a bit of latency baked in, but when it comes to these single player titles and an RTX 50 series GPU, that latency is just very hard to tell for the average gamer who are just playing games like Oblivion. Get 100 FPS and you have no problems doing so. And this laptop is staying relatively cool and quiet. I think that's one of the things that's very underrated about this technology, or the new technologies, is it really makes laptops run more efficiently without having to max out the power draw and everything, making them much easier to use in small form factors. The benchmarks on this thing are pretty good. We've been testing some high-end games here. Let's run some esports titles, some stuff that'll be more, reasonable for a laptop like this. Again, the 5070 is not a desktop 5070, but it still has a lot of horsepower under the hood to where you can play pretty much anything you throw at it at this native resolution. And we'll also try those esports titles to see what this laptop is fully capable of. But hey, for the price, if you're looking for an OLED display and a pretty compact portable laptop, it's kind of hard to beat this one. Let's go and run those benchmarks and wrap this video up.
Alright, just got done benchmarking on this Legion laptop with that OLED display, and I gotta say, all the games we played looked pretty darn crispy.
It was really awesome for the performance that you're getting, and I really like that OLED display on this laptop at a 15.1 inch size, really compact, good gaming performance. Let's talk about some esports titles we ran on this laptop as well. We ran the classic CS2 on the native resolution, lower settings, and with an average of 338 FPS with a 1% low of 120. Marvel Rivals on medium settings with DLSS set to balance. We got an average of 94 FPS with a 1% low of 65.
And for 3D Mark Time Spy, we got a score of 14,044, which is a 12 cents per point score. And on a laptop, that's not too bad, because you gotta remember, you're getting a screen, an OLED screen, a keyboard, a mouse, a webcam, speakers, mic, so everything you would normally need for a gaming PC is pretty much all in one in this laptop, and yeah, not too bad at all.
So thanks again to Micro Center and Intel for sponsoring this video. Be sure to cash in on amazing savings on Intel processor systems, whether it's this laptop or a bunch of other stuff during Intel Gamer Days, by using the links down below. And as always, shop at Micro Center for the greatest possible deals on PC hardware, whether you're building a gaming PC or buying a laptop. We love Micro Center. Use those links down below.
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, if you guys can't get enough of the Toasty Bros, make sure you check out the other two YouTube channels like Toasty DIY, Toasty Clips, our Toasty Bros Twitch channel where we stream every single morning. I almost fell apart. And what else do we have, Matt?
We have a Discord, which you can come in and bully us with random AI-generated pictures. There's one of me as a furry. It's something, man. You guys are crazy on the Discord community, but it's not real. Don't listen to him. Discord.gg/ToastyBros, and all the other links are down below. See you guys later. Goodbye.